Welcome, Taurus and Taurus cross watchers, to your January 2023 monthly love reading. So, of course, thank you for stopping by my channel. I hope everyone had a safe and healthy New Year's. Oh, well, there we go. I just really like shuffling on camera. I don't know, I've just really liked it. So we're going to start doing that a bit more. So of course, please take this as it resonates and always use your intuition when making decisions about your life, because this is a general reading. And cross watchers, you're welcome to flip the roles. Wow. If that resonates better with you. Interested to see what their actions or intentions towards you are. Ah! All right then. Holy crap. Okay. We have three masculine court cards. So the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands and the King of Swords and Pentacles. Interesting. And in Taurus's headspace. We have the Queen of Cups reversed. Ooh. And in Taurus's, kind of feels like you're about to. What's going on in Taurus's? Holy. Okay. You know what? And Taurus's actions or intentions. It's the Four of Wands. Okay. Ooh, then we have the. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, here we go, Taurus. It just kind of feels like somebody has really, I almost want to say, I feel like your opinion is changing about somebody. Or it's like you seem to expect a certain behavior to come from them. And, like, I think you're going to be a little bit shocked about what happens. Yeah. Their energy is really big to me. It feels like it's not intrusive or like pushing itself, because sometimes it just coats the whole freaking room. This person doesn't seem like they're that pushy, I guess you could say. I feel like this person seems to be determined to get something off the ground with you here. I feel like they seem to be determined not to be left behind by you specifically. It does feel like, I know it's Mercury retrograde, but I'm not feeling right now anyway that it's someone that is from the past. It does feel new. It does feel like it's someone that you haven't had a full-fledged, relationship with. So we have the Two of Cups here, which of course is about, it's like the pre-lovers card to me anyway, as a reader. And I feel like this person, it's like they've got love on the brain. And I feel like they are, it's a little bit confusing that this Five of Cups energy is on their end, because I feel like it's the opposite of that. Hold on for a second. Okay. So I feel like your person has, I almost wanted to say like, they've got the hots for you here. That's not really something that I would say normally, so I don't know where that's coming from, but it just feels, I'm rambling. I'll stop rambling. Taurus, I feel like this person is very, very driven to kind of conquer you here, but not in that, like, you know, they want to own you sort of way. It's more like they want to conquer the situation. They want to be victorious here with you. And it does feel with this King of Swords energy, it's like they have every intention to do so. And I feel like this is the kind of person that when they set their mind to something, it's like they don't mind kind of like changing and developing along the way. It's almost this energy of like, it doesn't matter what it takes, it's going to happen. And if that means that this person has to change, or it just feels like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it takes. Oh, sorry about that. So I feel like this person, it's almost this energy of they saw you and they were like, yep, that's the one. That's the one right there. And of course, I don't want to put the kind of pressure on a new relationship, right? That, you know, that you two are the one for each other. So I certainly don't want to do that. But it does feel like this person, you seem to fit the bill of what they've been looking for. I feel like for some of you, they may have, I almost want to say like they may have dreamt about you, or it's like they knew that when they got a certain kind of energetic feeling, it's almost like they may not have even been looking in your direction. And the moment you walked in the room, they were like, oh my God, there's my person. Not even seeing you first. It seems to be that strong of a drive here. So we do have the Fool as what's in their heart space. And then of course the Two of Cups. I feel like this person, listen, man, they have such a sweet energy. I feel like in their heart of hearts, they're actually like a big softie. I feel like they are someone that, it's like when the two of you are together, if they're not, you know, kind of a touchy-feely person normally, they would be super cuddly. And it's like they'd love to cuddle up on the couch with you under a blanket and watch a movie with popcorn. You know what I mean? They seem to really enjoy that calm closeness. And it's almost like you might, I feel like their heart is, I want to say pure. It feels almost, not that they are going to be childlike in that they are immature, but it just feels like when this person loves, at least when it comes to you, it just feels like it's very pure. It feels like it's something that isn't, it's not manufactured. It didn't have to do this. It didn't have to do that. It just feels like it's just all of a sudden there. And there's something about that them trusting in that feeling, them kind of allowing themselves to be led by their heart, but while taking their head with them, they just seem to, it's like they might fall for you. Listen, I don't feel that this person is going to come in and be like, you're the one for me. I love you so much. Like they know that that's not they seem to know that that's not the appropriate approach here, that it would, you know, that's not what you kind of, you know, doesn't follow social protocol. I also feel that it feels like they see you as not quite ready for it. It feels like they see you as someone that almost wouldn't be receptive to hearing that they feel that it's like, it's a bigger connection than just two people meeting. I feel like they see you as maybe not being able to receive that this is like a past life connection, or that it's, you know, a soul level connection. It just feels like they are not really, whatever it is they are thinking and feeling about you, which, like, let me tell you something, they have a lot of sweet feelings for you. There's no doubt about that. You might see it in their eyes and maybe in their, how, not necessarily affectionate they are with you, but how gentle they are. You know what I mean? It's like this person might be someone that is, you know, maybe they work out a lot and they're really strong, or they have a really physical job. I'm almost hearing like, hold on for a second. It's like they do buildings or something with those concrete blocks. And they may be able to like sling really heavy stuff around and do all that. Maybe they're landscaping or something. But whatever it is, they seem to be so gentle with you that seems to be, it's, for example, if the two of you were dancing or whatever, it's almost like I want to say like if the two of you are going to take like a ballroom dancing lesson or something, they seem to be, I know I'm beating a dead horse, so I'll stop. But they really are very gentle with you. It's almost like they might treat you like you're made of glass. And it's not because they think you're weak or vulnerable. I feel like it's because that's when they truly love someone, that's how they treat them. So actions are intentions. Here's the thing. There seems to be this, I feel like this might be somebody that is, it's like they're the leader of the pack sort of thing, but not the, it's like if you saw them in their group of friends, you wouldn't know that they're the leader because somebody else acts like the leader. But in actuality, it's like the ideas that they do, the steps that they take as a group seems to originate from your person, but they don't do it in a way that it's like that people know that this one is the leader. I don't know why that's coming through. I also feel that your person is one of those people that like, they may not participate in some activities very often, but when they do, it's like it leaves people breathless. It's one of those things where it's like they don't, I don't know how to say this. It's like they might not get into the competition aspect of it. They don't want to show off. But when they do, it's like it's a controlled, I know I'm not explaining this well, Taurus, and I apologize. Okay, let me give you an example. When I was young, we, my sibling and I were in karate for a long time, and we never saw our sensei do a kata. In 10 years, maybe 2 or 3 times. But when he did it, it was with such passion and precision, and it was like he was, he wasn't just going through the motions. It was, even if they were movements that kind of ended with a thing, a noise, it still seemed to be this fluid thing. It's like something else came out of him when he did that, and we never got to see that because he was more in a teacher role. But when we did, it was so inspiring. It was kind of like, holy, kind of left you speechless. And I feel like that's what your person is actually like. I feel like there's somebody here that it's almost like they know that they can't compete with your person, but they gonna try. I don't know why I said it like that. It definitely feels like this person likes to provoke your person. It feels like they like to kind of, put the screws to them. I don't feel that they ever really get your person agitated because I feel like your person's kind of, they know why this Knight of Wands is doing it. So it doesn't really get to them. I do feel that there may be times where it's like this Knight of Wands might try to, put the screws to them. And it's almost like people around your person would be like, dude, not today. And I feel like it's almost like the Knight of Wands would just make themselves scarce. They would just get out of there because it's almost like they know that they might not be able to hold themselves back, and they're not looking to provoke an argument with this one. It's like this is the kind of person that they may not display their anger. It's like that kind of person that they get quiet when they're angry. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's almost this energy of no one's ever really seen them angry. but everybody knows that it would be something that would, it's like that's not something that you want coming your way. And it doesn't feel like they're, a rage monster or anything. It just feels like there's something almost, I don't know how to describe this, but it feels like if ever you've seen, what is that movie? Con Air with Nicolas Cage. It's like the Nicolas Cage character. He was a military guy. I don't remember what rank he was. And he had lethal martial arts capabilities, but wouldn't use them unless he was in a situation where it was necessary. And it feels like that's what this person is like. I feel like everybody knows that there's more to them than meets the eye, but because nobody really knows what it is, there's a certain level of this respect that this person commands. And it's not because they're telling people they want respect or they're this, or it's just that's their vibe. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'll stop talking about that. I also feel that there seems to be, hold on for a second. There seems to be somebody here. I'm just trying to feel in if it's another aspect of your person or if it's a different person altogether. It just feels like there's another person, not a, third party sort of thing. But it just feels like there's someone that is a little bit intimidated by your person. And let me flesh that out a little bit. It's like they're intimidated by how focused your person seems on having you, and not in a whatever negative way, but it's almost like they may have never seen anybody or your person go after anyone, or kind of not go after in it, but pursue a romantic interest in the same way. It's almost like, whereas this person or your person would usually let people just kind of come to them, I feel like people flock to them because they seem to be somebody that, it's that energy of like, there's alphas that have to tell everybody that they're an alpha, that have to exert that sort of thing. And then there are people who are leaders and they don't have to tell. They're not, you know what I mean? It's like, it's an unspoken truth. And I feel like this person is almost a little bit, they seem to feel on some level, it's like they're not sure if this is an unhealthy pursuit of you here, or if it's just this is how this person acts when they really want something. I feel like they're trying to keep a close eye on it. It feels like this is someone that would be like a friend or companion to your person. It feels like this is somebody that your person does listen to, but it does feel that when your person gets something in their head, it almost feels like, unless there's something that they're not seeing, which I feel doesn't happen very often, they're not going to stop. It's almost like once the wheels are in motion, like you can't stop that train kind of thing. And I feel like there is a person here that's a little bit worried about, it's almost like, in addition to this person being a little bit worried, I feel like this Knight of Wands person that might, occasionally put the screws to your person just to irritate them for no reason. Some of the, they're not getting the same reaction out of your person that they're used to. They're not getting that same response from your person because your person is so laser focused on you. It's like this Knight of Wands could be, doing a whole song and dance over here. And this Father or King of Swords, it's like it's just background noise. They don't even hear it. It might be in their peripheral vision, but it doesn't factor into anything. It's like this. The King of Swords energy is about a planner, somebody that is very good at strategy. And I feel like this person is observing you, the people around you. It's like they're trying to see if there's any competition with the people that are friends with you. It's like, are there any, for example, if you have platonic friends that are just kind of like, they're just waiting to get their foot in the door, you know what I mean? They maybe have been friend zoned, but they would be more than happy to come out of that zone. So I feel like this person is, and listen, it doesn't feel like if those people are around you that that's going to dissuade this one from coming towards you. It's just they're going to have a plan A through Z in place to kind of curtail any issues that that person may cause when they come towards you. You know what I mean? It's like they like to have the entire web laid out before they move. So it does feel, I do want to say one more thing about this person. I feel like they may have those plans and you know, kind of, I say lay their web, but they're not trying to, it feels like this is just how this person goes after things. It's not that they're trying to own you or this or that, because I feel like once their strategy has been put in place and they know that that like the ball has started rolling with you, I feel like the strategies that they have created will continue to move forward in terms of making sure that people don't get in the middle of the two of you. But that gentle side of them, that soft, sweet, cuddly side of them is who they really are, and that's who they present to you. Anyway. So on your end here, Taurus, I know this reading's getting really long. I'll try to move a little bit faster. We have the Mother, or this would be the Queen of Cups, but it's reversed. This is a problem because the Queen of Cups upright is someone that is, you know, very loving and giving and almost like emotionally responsible to themselves. And it's like they're very aware of, you know, how other people are responding to them and a high level of empathy, and it's reversed for you. So it actually feels like you may be experiencing a bit of immaturity here. And let me flesh that out a little bit. I actually feel that immaturity is chosen by you. It's almost like you maybe you have been in a situation in the past where you needed to kind of turn off that emotional side of yourself. This may not be the actual situation, but it's the energetics of it. So for example, if you have been on your own for a bit, I'm hearing like, this might be specific, but like 6 months to a year, and you have just been single for a while. There may have been parts of daily life or how you live that you've kind of turned the dial down on because it isn't something that you share with somebody else. You know what I mean? So it's almost like there's certain, for example, if this relationship was a song, you have an equalizer and you've turned down certain parts of it, and it's almost like you may have not necessarily forgotten, but there's certain things that have gone dormant. And it does feel like the relationship here may have the potential to help you to turn that bit back up, right? And then you're hearing the full song instead of just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, something that's a little bit limited. I don't feel that you did that because it doesn't feel like you know, were sabotaging yourself or you were this, or you were that. It just feels like it wasn't really something you wanted to give energy into. Maybe there weren't any prospects that you were interested in or something like that. And I feel like you just kind of wanted to push pause on that sort of aspect. And so in that, when this person comes at you, I feel like you're going to be shocked. I feel like you might even shut them down initially. Okay. I feel like because we do have the Four of Wands reversed, right? So it's like here this person comes in with all this loving energy and almost like, you know, this conqueror, and here this like super powerful person with that just kind of is a natural born leader, and they command respect. They walk up to you and like, hey, you want it? No, no, thanks. Like it just seems to be, it's almost like your curt reaction to this person. It might kind of make them do a double take, like, excuse me. And I feel like they might get a little bit haughty about it. They might get a little bit, you know, their feathers might get a little ruffled over here. And I feel like that also may be where that kind of immature energy is coming from. Not that your response is immature. It just feels like you're used to saying no, or like you're used to kind of rebuffing people's advances. And I feel like because you may not know this person terribly well, that may not be it. It could be that because you're not expecting this person to come up to you, it's almost like because you're used to just being like, nope, 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 not interested, not interested. And then here this person comes along and it's just kind of like, oh, no, thanks. And you kind of go back to what you're doing. And I feel like it's like you do the no thanks and you turn back and you're like, wait a second. That one seems interesting. And I feel like you kind of have this tug of war here with the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, right? It's like you're trying to decide, do you really want to start turning up all those parts of the music of this song that you're not hearing? And I feel like your heart is like, do it. But it does seem that the memory of having to overcome something in the past here is really it seems to be really coating your decision. It actually feels like it's kind of drowning your decision in some energy. I feel like you actually may be intentionally turning a blind eye to something here. Feels like you may be doing that as a protective mechanism. And I feel like it's almost like you might reject certain invitations or kind of isolate yourself a little bit. And it actually feels like because you've been in an energy where you're, you know, just kind of living your life, this approach from this person that like, oh, this is, you know, this is one that Taurus might actually want. I say might actually, but like, come on, Taurus. Sorry, I'm being a smart aleck. I feel like even if you really want this person, it almost feels like you might retreat into yourself to decide if it's even something that you're ready for. And it doesn't feel like you're in that kind of energy where, you know, you're desperate or you're running towards this or you need it. It really does feel that even if this person is a good match or seems like a great match, I feel like you have a really healthy perspective. You're looking at it like, if you are actually ready, then maybe this is the right person. But if you retreat into yourself and you genuinely feel that you're not ready for any of this, then either they're not the right person or they're going to wait. So I feel like we might pull a card for some advice here. We got some advice. Advice for Taurus. Advice. Okay, so Two of Cups. Then we have another Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Taurus, let me put it to you this way. There is potential in this relationship, right? At the end of the day, you know, soulmates, twin flames, whatever the connection is, the two of you have to continue to choose each other, right? So at the end of the day, it is obviously up to the two of you. The suggestion here is to let this person in, is to kind of allow this to happen. And now, does that mean that you drop all your, you know, that you leave your senses and common sense at the door and you just run towards this person? Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't do it anyway, but of course that isn't the suggestion, right? It's almost this advice of, if you have been closed off to romantic connections, or even just new connections. There's a message here that you don't have to completely open yourself up, but I'm going to invite you to maybe reframe your outlook, that maybe you still aren't looking and, maybe this or that, but it's almost like allow yourself to see that there's possibility here, that this may be actually love. This may be a real connection. And I feel like in that, listen, man, I still feel like you're going to make this person work for you. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? It's not, and that's not to say that you're, being flippant or rude or anything like that. But I feel like hold on for a second. I feel like you haven't decided if you're going to let them in or not. And that's why I can't seem to get in there. There is a message here that this person has every intention of treating you well. I feel like this is the kind of person that it's like no one is going to be able to say a bad word about you around them. And it's like they don't even have to say it. It's like as soon as people find out that you're connected to them, nobody's going to say shiz about you. And it's not that they were before, but you know what I mean? It's like this person is somebody that is loyal, dedicated. They're someone that, like, when they make a commitment, they're in it. It does feel like the standard they hold themselves to, they would expect that from you once this gets going. And I do feel that there is an energy here that if ever there was something that could be misinterpreted as you being disloyal, or there was something that you weren't honest about, it actually feels like this person, it's almost this energy, and not that you would, right? But I feel like regardless of how this person feels emotionally about somebody, if there is dishonesty, if there is disloyalty, they actually seem to be ready, willing, and capable to cut people out when and if needed. So that's not to say that they have any plan to do that. Obviously not, right? But I feel like that message is coming across to let you know that they place the same high value on loyalty and honesty, and the kind of honesty that even if it's going to hurt somebody, if they need to hear it, doesn't mean you come across and you use it as, a sharp sword, but being honest and having integrity and respect and love for each other, this person expects the same commitment, dedication, loyalty from you that they'll give you. So with that, Taurus, I think I'm going to leave it. I know this reading is really long. I apologize. So I can't remember if I said this at the beginning. I do want to let you know private readings are available now. I'll leave my email in the description box below. I will have the mini weeklies coming out on Sunday. Next week, me and the kids all start school, so I may not have the longer reads during the week. Please just keep an eye on the community section, and I will post there on the weekend and let you know. But with that, I love you, Taurus, and I wish you all the best. Much love. Bye.